A while back, Patty asked me if I run solo or if I outsource. As you guys know, I work from home and I work online. And in February, I'll be celebrating my 15th year in business. I actually started out with an offline business, so I had full staff, I had employees, and all that good stuff. Once I switched to working from home, I really ran solo for a while, for a long time. I did have an employee here and there. I had a part-time employee and then a full-time employee, and neither of those worked out long-term. But as my business grew, I knew that I had to out-task, if not outsource. So I began by out-tasking, just outsourcing simple tasks that were one-off things, not hiring for long-term, not creating contracts or anything like that. But basically, I need this done and find the exact right person to do that job, and then that was it. So I did that quite a bit, and I might have 5 or 6 people doing 5 or 6 different things at any given time. Several years ago, though, I hired a full-time VA, and that was probably one of the best decisions I ever made in my business. Most of you know her. Her name is Angie Newton, and she is fabulous. She's like my right arm. I literally would not know what to do without her at this point. So I have a full-time VA, and I do still out-task, and I call it out-tasking instead of outsourcing because it's not an ongoing contract. If I need something done, I find the person that I want to do it, and I hire them to do that specific task, and that's it. I find it's much easier to out-task to multiple people, whatever the task is, because sometimes it's kind of hard to keep full-time people. It's hard to keep employees. It's hard to keep assistants, that are long-term or what have you. Things happen, ups and downs. Sometimes there are conflicts of interest or conflicts of personality even. And so I really like out-tasking versus outsourcing, with the one exception being my VA, of course, who I just absolutely couldn't live without. So no, I don't run solo, although I'll say I did for a long time, and I just did everything. I pulled all the hours, I did all the tasks. I didn't know how to do it, I learned how to do it, and it was exhausting. But there was a point in time where the cash flow didn't permit me to hire out in advance in order to set things up to make the money I needed to make. So once I got my business stabilized and the cash flow was there, then I started out-tasking, and I will tell you that it really improved my bottom line. It really increased my income and grew my business faster than ever before, simply because I was able to accomplish so much more, by having other people doing the menial tasks, the tasks that they love to do the most, and me focusing on what I do best. So depending on where your business is, if you're not in a position to hire out right now, I recommend that you work as hard as you can to get in that position. And then the first opportunity you get, reinvest in your business by out-tasking and focus on your strengths. My strengths, for example, are marketing and creation, whether that be content creation, product creation, or whatever. So content and marketing are my strengths, and that's where I really want to focus. So when it comes to installing blogs or, changing designs or doing things like that, absolutely I want to out-task those things. So consider the things that you're good at, that you're best at, that you enjoy the most, and the things that you're going to out-task or outsource first when you get in that position. I would love to hear from you. Where are you with your business? Are you to the point of outsourcing? Are you to the point of out-tasking? And if not, and you're doing everything by yourself right now, which I've been there, if that's the case, I'm curious to hear which tasks will you outsource first.